Yes, sir. What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy Denali, aka Don Squally, and in today's video, we are back at it with another Forza Horizon YouTuber build video. So if you guys can tell from the title of this video, maybe even the thumbnail, this will come as no surprise in today's video. We are taking care of Adam LZ's Drift HQ S15 build. And this request is coming from James Garcia. So as you guys know, Adam LZ recently partnered up with Drift HQ, and one of the builds that they recently completed was the S15 with that, I don't know, lime green, candy green paint job on it. Very sick car. Now, I forget if it's going to be one of the Drift rentals or if that's going to be the car that Adam's going to be using himself. In today's video, we are going to be taking care of that build. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Adam acquired this S15 recently with a smashed up front end. I believe it was in a few accidents from the previous owner. And, you know, in the short time that he's had it, he's completely turned this car around. The thing just looks like an absolute ripper right now. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this thing had the RB in it. Or is this the stock SR20? For some reason, I want to say that it has an RB in it right now because, you know, everybody knows the SR20 isn't the most reliable motor in the world. So we're going to go ahead and just throw an RB in this thing. As far as the body kit goes, this thing looks like it has an aftermarket bumper and the front side splitter. But since we don't have the option for both, this is a tough call here. Let's see if we got something, I think, that matches Adam's bumper. I think the Top Secret's going to be the closest bumper we're going to get. Unfortunately, we can't get a splitter on there at the same time, but that's okay. Now, for those of you guys who know, this S15 is wingless. And I think for the rear bumper, we're going to check out some of our options here. Now this thing looks like it's got a chopped stock bumper. So I think we're just going to have to go Top Secret all around. I think that's going to be the closest that we're going to get to what Adam has on his car. Now this thing does have a stock hood, so we are going to keep a stock hood on this thing. Now as far as the wheels and tires go, we're going to be drifting this thing, so I'm going to throw a drift tire compound on here. Obviously, I am going to be upgrading the diameter of the front wheels since I want a lot of grip. The rear wheels are going to stay the same since I don't want a whole lot of grip back there. Now, it looks like this thing's rocking a good old-fashioned set of TE37s. Now, the brand, I might not have the brand correct, but I'm going to look for what I believe to be TE37. And that's going to be those right there. Now, unfortunately, with these wheels, we're unable to get rid of those stickers. But I think once we paint the wheels, you're not even going to notice those. So now I think we're rocking an 18 on this thing. Still quite a bit of meat on these tires, so I can only assume that it's going to be an 18-inch that's on this vehicle. Now, as far as the stance goes, we are going to do a little bit of poke, nothing too crazy, on both the front and rear of this vehicle. Go ahead and install that right now. Now, next up comes the drivetrain. I think the clutch and transmission is going to be good. The only thing that I do want to change is the differential. We're going to throw in a drift diff here. I was quite impressed with the drift differential that we put in the 350Z TJ Hunt build that we did recently. Next up comes the brakes and suspension. Obviously, brakes need to get upgraded just for my own personal taste. We are going to put on some drift springs and dampers on here. Now, what I'm noticing with a lot of YouTubers and their drift builds is that they actually don't slam these things to the ground. They're actually quite conservative. So we did install the drift springs and dampers, but we are going to have to raise this thing up just a little bit to make it look a little more like Adams. So we are going to do some weight reduction in here. We're also going to be putting a cage in here since this is a dedicated drift car. Now, as far as power modifications go, I don't think I'm going to get too crazy here. I think we're just going to do some simple intake, turbo upgrades, and then we're going to tune our exhaust here and find the best one. I'm going to go with the sport exhaust. I just think it sounds the best out of the three. Now that we got that out of the way, we are going to save this to the current car. And now we're going to jump into the tuning here. Go ahead and lift the back up about, what was that, 2 or 3 inches, and then the front up just about an inch, and see how that looks. Now that we got that out of the way comes the fun part, and that is the designs and paints. So like I say, this is like kind of a candy green paint. I don't really know how to explain it. Almost has like a flake to it. So we're gonna start out with this color right here, and then just fine tune it until I find something that I think is close. And I mean, you know what, that's actually pretty dang close right there. Yeah, I'm thinking that's pretty good. I don't know, man. I think we're just needing to fine-tune the green a bit, and that's looking pretty good. I'm pretty impressed with how easy that was, considering the TJ Hunt build took me almost an hour to get that wrap correct. This is definitely a welcome change. I'm gonna have to just start selecting builds that that don't take quite as long to do the wraps, or that already have wraps done. And that's it. Green with the gold wheels seems to be a common theme. I don't know what order I'm going to be putting these videos up, but we did a TJ Hunt build that was similar theme on his Lamborghini. And now that that's all taken care of, I think the only thing left to do is take this thing out for a rip and see how it runs. Now, before we do that, we're going to do just a little walk around before the sun goes down here, because I have a feeling, well, it always goes down when I'm in the middle of doing my videos. Find a nice spot back here where there's no obstructions. But yeah, man, overall, I think this build looks really good. Can't lie, I'm just really impressed with how quick this paint job took. Like I say, the last TJ Hunt build that we did with that 350Z, it took your boy quite some time, man. And well, let's just say my hard drive was screaming at me when I was editing that video. But now that we got our little walk around out of the way, dang, man, this thing making some serious jam. No traction whatsoever all the way through first and second gear here. Didn't even have to downshift into that turn. Just keep her in a second. As soon as that turbo kicks in, this thing is just ripping. Up into third, starting to get traction here. Dang, if you guys want a dedicated drift car. Now, I don't usually keep a lot of the builds that I make for YouTube. I'll usually build them and then you know, do an auction. I'll usually auction them all off on one day and give you guys the opportunity to buy one of them. But I don't know, man. This might be one that I might have to keep. It was quite an expensive build, though. I wouldn't mind regaining some money off of that. But yeah, man, if you guys want to randomly check the auction house, I probably will be auctioning off a lot of my fleet, especially, like I say, when I do YouTuber builds of cars that I'm not really overly interested in keeping. I know people will probably hate me for saying this, but I don't know, the S15 240s don't really do it for me, man. I'm kind of a new age Nissan head. VQs, 350Zs, G37s, things of that nature. That's really where my heart lays with Nissan. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, overall, this thing performing really well, does exactly what you expect it to and want it to. Coming into the mountains here now, just give her a little bit of oversteer and the back end comes swinging around. Get on the gas and it just handles so good, man. You know, this really is a good platform for drifting. I think TJ's 350Z that we did, I don't know, man, it didn't really handle that well. But I mean, I shouldn't talk. I don't even know if that video is going to be out by the time that you guys see this one. But yeah, I'm thinking that's pretty much it. So as always, I guess we'll fast travel back to the city. I think I need to buy some more properties in this game just to get a little change of scenery. But I'm thinking we're going to put an end to this one. So as always, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Really means a lot. If you guys did enjoy this one, don't forget to smash that like button. If you guys do have any requests, don't forget to let me know down in the comment section, as we are still taking requests here on pretty much a daily basis. But with that being said, I'm your boy Denali, aka Don Squally, and we're gonna catch y'all mofos at the next one, man. Peace. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh.